course. Hello and welcome to this slightly unusual Vlogmas day 7. So today has been a really interesting day. It's been a day of a few halves. I realise that makes no sense, but I should pretty much tell you what it's been like. So it is, I think, 7:20, and Robin is only just going to bed. The day started out really well. I got Robin up and sorted and got a wash on, did the washing up. I can see you wiping your bum on my carpet. That, folks, that pretty much sums it up. Hang on, let me move my knitting so you can sit down. Stop it! Do not wipe your bum on my carpet now. Come on, up. Oh, so it started out really well. Got Robin's breakfast sorted, got the washing up done, got a load of washing done. Went to a local cafe and had a cheeky gingerbread latte. I mean, that's where it started to go a bit squiffy because Robin had fallen asleep on the walk, so I thought I would treat myself to a latte and treat Magnus to a sausage. And poor puppy's just heard the S word. And do a bit of knitting and then wander back home ready to go to work. And it was all going beautifully, but Robin woke up the moment I got my coffee. And he was really good, to be fair. He sat and read his storybook. He read That's Not My Robin book, which is a present from the lovely Sophie, a spring snowflake, who also is doing Vlogmas incidentally. He sat and read that, and Magnus ate his sausage and then lay down for a snooze. So I did a few rounds. And then on the walk home, that was going okay. Managed to sort my husband's prescription out. I was feeling on top of the world, like I could do anything. Got Robin dropped off to nursery. That was all fine. It started to go a little bit pear-shaped a little bit after that. So I won't bore you with all the details, but there is a distinct possibility, or was a distinct possibility, that Magnus had stolen and eaten a mince pie. Now, mince pies can be fatal for dogs because they contain raisins, and raisins produce a chemical that actually can cause the dog's kidneys to shut down, which obviously is incredibly dangerous. Now, I didn't know this. Kit 9, my cat, had actually eaten about 3 mince pies when he was a kitten and just had explosive diarrhea and farts that stunk of brandy for like the next week. But he was fine. But Magnus was a bit out of sorts. He was a bit whiny. I thought, right, okay, we'll take you for a walk. And he took me into the pet shop, and Sharon, the owner, was like, oh, we had someone, he's acting really weird. What's up with him? I said, he's probably got sugar high. I think he ate a mince pie. And they were like, you need to go to the vets right now. So I rang my vets, and they're like, you need to drop everything, bring him here. And I was like, I'm at work at Faversham. You're in Maidstone. Is there a closer branch? No. So okay, I need to go and get my son from nursery. And went, well, can't someone else do it? Can someone help you? I'm like, no. So I managed to, I dropped everything, shut the shop half an hour early, dashed to get Robin and got Magnus, and then, poor Magnus, he had to be given a medicine to make him sick. So I had to leave him, and it's just, oh. So that mince pie, luckily, Magnus has insurance, because otherwise that would be probably £400 or £500. As it is, it's just the excess and an admin fee. So still £140 that I could quite honestly do without. No, actually I could do with it. We could do without having had to have paid it out. So yeah, £140 mince pie. And so I have poured myself a cheeky G&T, and I hope that you are up for joining me for a little bit of creative chat while I wind down a little. I thought I'd take some time to go through my festive makes, knitting and crochet themed anyway. Yeah. Actually, I don't think there is any crochet. But anyway, and what I'm hoping to get off the needles for Christmas. I'm going to start, and I'm partway through a round, but oh well, with the secret socks, because these are what I'm making for my husband for Christmas. He doesn't know they're for him. I can't knit these in front of him because he knows the colourways of West Yorkshire spinners, because he's a very attentive and supportive husband. And he knows probably a lot more about yarn than he would quite like to. Hello Archie, hello gorgeous. Oh, hello Puss, you're a bit drunk as well. So I can only knit these when he's not around, because if he sees them he'll guess they're for him. And these are the Robin colourway, which is a Christmas colourway from a few years ago from West Yorkshire Spinners. I think it was the 2020 colourway, 2019, I'm not sure, but either way. So there is that. So I cast these on Sunday during my sock class, and I'm sneaking a few rounds in where I can. Yeah, so I'm probably halfway down the leg. I'm going to do these quite long so they work in his work boots, and I will be knitting on this while we're chatting. So that's what it looks like, not quite any longer in a ball. So yeah. All right, so next project. So the next project I'm working on is one for me, and that is my Habitation Throw by Curious Handmade, also known as Helen Stewart. And this is, I've still got some of today's left to do. That's frustrating. Yesterday's. I fell behind with this because I didn't do any last night really. I did a few rows. So this is with my For the Love of Yarn advent calendar, and I think the dog's just been sick again. You okay? Go to bed. Up, up. So yeah, so it's ever so simple. It's just 10 rows of garter and then a row of eyelet, and obviously increasing either side on a regular basis to create this square blanket. So I've got day 1, 2, 3, 4 and most of 5 in there. I've got a tiny bit of 5. Hang on, I haven't. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I've got 7 to wind up and put in, and I'm going to try and catch up with that tonight because I've been really pleased about being on top of it. It shows you where my brain's at, because I was determined I did not want to do a blanket with my advent calendar. I love blankets, but to me that felt like a waste, especially with 2 cats and a dog. I thought it's just going to get ruined. So, and then I saw this and I thought, oh well, I've got the pattern for this already, because I already had the Knit Vent collection from 2019. I thought I had 2018 with the Dust of Snow wrap, but as it happens it's 2019 one. I was like, oh, that looks pretty, I'll do that. Didn't twig that throw is another word for blanket. Having said that, I am really enjoying how the yarns are knitting up. I guess the only thing I'm slightly miffed by is that obviously as the blanket gets bigger, the sections of each colour are going to get narrower. I still really love it, but this colour in particular I just adore. This was day 5. It's quite similar to my Aurora Borealis colourway actually. I just love it. This is my first proper yarny advent calendar. That feels a bit mean because there's so much thought and effort that goes into scrappy advents. I had a really beautiful gift one a few years ago that just made me feel so loved, and Marcus and I swap advents. We've stopped because we're not knitting enough, either of us, to create enough scraps, and we're also not using our current advents, but I think I might talk to him about starting again next year because I miss making that for him. So we do that. I did have a kind of 12 days set from Rose Hill Yarns, which I was so thrilled to get, and I still haven't done anything with it. I'm just sort of copying it, but I've got plans to use it next Christmas. I know that sounds bizarre, why wait for 2 years, but I've got plans. Anyway, that is my advent project. I would love to know if any of you have got advent calendars, either self-made or swapped or bought, and what you are making with them, because my goodness, it is so hard to make the decision. This yarn is so precious. All hand-dyed yarn is precious, but this is a real investment if you've bought an advent calendar. And if you've got one of mine, what are you doing with it? I cannot tell you how much it means to know that people are pleased with their advents. It's so nerve-wracking because you've got to come up with 24 colours and hope that not a single one of them disappoints. I haven't had any complaints, at least, and I'm very excited for next year's. I know it's ridiculous because it's what, 7th of December, but I am very excited for next year's advent calendar, and I will be doing something a bit special then. So let's show you some finished objects, shall I? The first one, I say finished objects, here we go, here's the second. The first one is a pair of socks for my dad in the Deconstructed Peacock colourway from Fiberpunk, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stripe yarn, and I just love it. It's super soft. I didn't do the matchy. They're obviously matching in length but not in stripes, but they're not too far off. I think I was just impatient and just wanted to get started, and I didn't want to waste the yarn, so that's those. So because I've done that, I also as a result have, let me see if I can find it. No, that's the other one. Where's it gone? Aha, I have a hoe as well as a faux. This is Robin's sock out of Deconstructed Peacock. So he's got socks to match his grandpa, which is just gorgeous. I'm really chuffed with those. So yeah, I'm really pleased that those are off the needles, and these will be going in the post very shortly to get to my dad, because obviously the postal strikes are happening, which by the way I'm fully supportive of. I know it's super frustrating. Some of my advent calendars were delayed, and I'm just so grateful to my customers being so understanding. So that's a hoe. I then have another finished object. So this is Robin's second flax. I believe I showed this on the last podcast, but if you are new to my Vlogmases, then and new to my channel, then you might not have watched the podcast yet, so you might not have seen it. So this was done in Rowan Superwash Merino worsted. I absolutely adore this yarn. It always comes up a bit grey on camera, but I promise you it's a really nice sage green, although sometimes when I look at it my eyes are convinced it's grey, but it is a sage green, and it was just really lovely. I cast this on the 13th of November at my top down sweater course I was teaching at the yarn dispensary. Again, if you don't know, my day job, I am the business manager of the yarn dispensary, which is a multi-award winning yarn shop in Faversham in Kent. And yeah, just a few weeks ago we were named by the public, by you guys, the best independent retailer in London and the South East 2022 in the British Knitting and Crochet Awards. Just anyway, so that is Robin's flax. It's a free pattern by Tin Can Knits. It's a little bit snug because I forgot to size up the needles after the neckband, so everything's been done on a 4.5 rather than a 5. I've tried it on him. He looks super cute. It won't fit him for very long, but that'll do. I'm a bit disappointed that I don't know what's happened to the first one of these. I've got a feeling it's in a bag in the haul, but I have cast on the second mitten, and this is the world's simplest mitten pattern, which again is a free pattern by Tin Can Knits. This is a bit of a Tin Can Knits heavy episode, this one. And it's there for Robin because he has outgrown his mittens that Jude knit him when he was a teeny tiny baby. They just about go on, but they really don't fit. So I've done these, and I did in my Vlogmas a few days ago try on the first finished mitten for Robin, and it has a thumb, and yeah, it was good. So do go and check that out if you would like to see that. So I'm using the leftovers of the Rowan Superwash worsted, and to be honest, I'm still going to have a load left. I've also got some gold, so I'm thinking of either doing a jumper for Magnus or a hat for Robin. I don't, because then he'll just be like one camouflage baby. I don't know, or maybe I'll do a stripy thing in the new year. We shall see. So there's that. The next hoe I've had for a while, but I am hoping to finish its partner for Robin for Christmas. I want him to have a few pairs of socks, and this is my first Regia Baby Smiles. It retails at £2.50 a ball, and it comes in a range of colourways, and they're little 25-gram balls, so they're just perfect. They're kind of self-patterning and kind of not. They knit up very interestingly anyway, depending on like the gauge that you're doing and the number of stitches. And that's living in my little Grey Girl Notions pouch, which is just the right size for for a baby sock project. So those are things. Oh no, hang on, one more. The next project that I would love to get finished for Christmas, if I can, as another little Christmas gift to my son, are the William leggings. I cast these on quite a while ago now, and then I ran out of the yarn and had to wait for new yarn to come in, and I just haven't had a chance to pick them up. But this is the first leg of the William leggings from West Yorkshire Spinners. It's in the Bo Peep Pure pattern book, but I'm using Bo Peep Luxury DK. The difference with that is it is not pure wool, it is merino and nylon, like a 48-52, and it is machine washable. It just is the softest thing, and I'm using the colourway called Teddy Bear, which is a really nice sort of gentle latte kind of colour. And I'm making these, and I really should speed up because we're going for a real cold snap. So come on, Gemma. Get a move on, girl. I have the yarn now. This is the yarn. Retails at £3.95 a ball, or it did. I think it's gone up to £4.30 now. And yeah, Bo Peep. Wonderful. I love using it. So I will get those done for him. So other things I would like to make, but I don't know if I'm going to have time. I've been watching the lovely Penrose Knits Vlogmas. I do enjoy her podcast. I haven't watched it for a long time because I basically have fallen way behind with all podcasts. I think the only ones I'm really watching super regularly, I think it's about 3 that I'm kind of catching up with. And I think they're the ones with like a really regular schedule. So it's reliable and easy. It's reliable, says me. I'm not criticising anyone who's haphazard like I am, or erratic. I said erotic the other day, that's definitely not what I meant. So yeah, I'm really erotic. No, erratic. Luckily I was talking to myself. It's one of those occasions you're really grateful there's no one around to hear you apart from your 1-year-old who actually can't understand you, and that's a very good thing sometimes. Yeah, so I'm enjoying making time. Robin started going to bed reliably between sort of 6 and 7:30. We much prefer it when it's nearer the 6, to be honest. And then we get an evening, which is great. And so I've been really determined to make things. So, where was I talking about? Penrose Knits. Come on, Jem, we've gone on a tangent here. She's been making the penny gloves, which are fingerless mittens, fingerless gloves with a thumb, and she's been using floof and a nice yarn held double, and I would really like to make about 6 pairs. I want to make some for Robin's key workers at nursery, and I would like to make some for Magnus's dog walker, and I would like to make some for my aunt, Lindsay, who is the host of the So Sweet Samuel podcast. She suffers quite a lot with various things, and she gets very, very cold, and being cold hurts her arthritis and her other issues that she's got, and she's got carpal tunnel. So I just thought if I can make those. Now Laura of Penrose Knits said she can make a pair in 5 hours. Kind of tempted to try it. So I'm very much thinking of holding floof double with another yarn. So this gorgeous floof from the Little Grey Girl I will hold with a 4-ply yarn to make a pair of penny mitts. I might get a couple of pairs out of this actually. I really love this colour. I picked up some from Elderflower Stitches the other day. Susie, who was having a trunk show at my shop. I really wanted to make the sparkling cider hat for myself, but I think actually again they'll make a really nice pair of mitts for one of the intended recipients. Oh, look at that! I've just stacked these up. Hang on. And there's a really nice kind of colour palette vibe going on, greens and pinks. Where's all the blue? Who even am I? Yeah, I've also got 2 balls of Rowan Kid Silk Haze in hot pink that I am fancying doing a cable headband in for the dog walker. I think it's very her. She's so stylish. When I walk the dog, I look like crap. I wear my oldest clothes, my muddy boots, a big oversized coat, a dotty raincoat that comes to my knees, and scrag my hair back, and yeah, and she just looks so glam, bless her. She was wearing an amazing Christmas jumper sweater the other Christmas sweater. So yeah, anyway, that's me. I also want to get a hat for Alan done. He hasn't, I've been meaning to knit him a new Mr. Beanie since he shrunk the last one by accident, and haven't had a chance. The other thing is, I suppose, the also trying to make time for my English paper piecing. So it is the 7th of December. I have absolutely no idea how many, if any, of these I'm going to get done, but people love a trier, right? If it was just the thought that counted, and to be honest, it is for me, but I don't know about everyone else, but if it was truly just the thought that counted, everyone would be thrilled with me, because there are lots of thoughts and lots of plans. Yeah. Oh, hello. Yeah, is he asleep? Awesome. I will come through and make dinner. So yeah, those are my festive makes, and I am going to go and edit this vlog now, whatever is on there, and cook some dinner for me and the mister, and I'm going to have my Zoom knit group, or Zoom stitch group, sit and stitch tonight. It is Sip and Stitch, and for once I am joining them, so cheers. Take care. Bye.